Mr. Prime Minister.
Thank you, Madam Assistant Speaker. Pastor through me, joining all one work for Yumi House, only making commendation, lo you sit down, Lucia. I think in our nation's history, this is the first time a woman leader has taken the chair to facilitate proceedings of Parliament. So on behalf of my own family, mothers of my own electorate, mothers of our country, and people of our country, including the autonomous region of Bougainville, let me say a huge congratulations. You come to the chair with a wealth of experience in your own right. You were previously Speaker of the Bougainville Parliament, and so it is not new to you. You fit in very well, and I want to commend you for your continued leadership and service to our country in various capacities, and in this morning having to sit on this chair. I want to appreciate the question that has been asked by member for Northfly. I want to put it to the country through this question that government, whilst we have budgeted for, sometimes funding is delayed, sometimes funding is remitted lesser than what was forecasted in budget. The Treasurer will relay to us for the final budget outcome later in this year, a transparent report. And our government's transaction is evident in the final budget outcomes that Treasury does deliver every year. The final budget outcome, Madam Speaker, you look, and me talk outside, you may spending money the previous year. And I want to dispel the assertion that we are not credible, we are not trustworthy in respect to us honoring our commitments to departments, to districts, and to provinces. Our work program, and especially for our government now, after we closed the Medium-Term Development Plan 3, and now starting to operate the Medium-Term Development 4, is sequenced not only in 1 year, but in multiple years that program must run. And so we're not focused on just the next election, Madam Assistant Speaker. Our conversation, our focus must be in multiple years for a program to mature into sustaining dividend or yield for our economy. For instance, the livestock sector or oil palm sector or the coffee sector that we've now detached from the overall umbrella of our agriculture ministry into separate ministries on their own. These are targeted creations to reduce the dependency on import, for instance, in food crop, and also target for export earnings. Oil palm, a big export earner for our country, has emerged as the #1 export earner in the agricultural sector, and oil palm within our region. By the way, we become the 4th member of the oil palm producing nation with Indonesia, with Malaysia very recently. So it's a targeted approach to grow this sector. Government funding alone is small in respect to these sectors getting to be worked upon. We allocate funding to facilitate the office and to assist partners to have investment in this sector. Our key partner is districts where land and people are that can participate in this sector. Every district, for instance, has a 10% allocation from their Service Improvement Fund for economic sector. If you're waiting for a 300,000 kina from the Ministry of Tourism, of course you can wait and we could give, but your own 300,000 kina must be upfront, deposited, working that space, and we can offer complementary assistance. Everyone runs to Treasury with the assumption that Treasury has an endless pool of funds. Madam Assistant Speaker, last year, Treasurer was transparent by alluding to a question raised by a member for Kandep that we did not collect 1.4 billion kina because of underperformance, especially in the non-tax revenue sector and our state dividends to state from our key state-owned enterprises. So if we are underperforming in 1.4 billion kina, you expect equivalent reduction in expenditure, so we stick to the main focus of government, and that is to maintain a responsible number in as far as the macroeconomic number is concerned. And so sometimes the sectors get delayed funding or lesser funding. Now, it is an unfair assessment to Treasury and central government if we had not given fully, or at least given some money to those sectors. All sectors have been allocated some fund. I give you one statistic just to, in the interest of time, to indicate. For instance, the livestock development sector. We may not have given fully what was budgeted last year, but we have given something. 5 million kina, for instance, to livestock last year. Now, you tell me, what can 5 million do? Madam, I beg your pardon, Madam Assistant Speaker, 5 million kina is not sufficient. I'm the first to admit it's not sufficient to fix the entire resuscitation of the livestock sector in our country. Now you ask me the second question, then why do you put some money into the sector? That is for us to drive the policy aspect of the sector. So that your districts concerned, your province is concerned, and the private sector can get behind making that sector work. To fully resuscitate, including livestock, did not fly. The need for capital is humongous, huge. You need over 1 billion kina, 2 billion kina to make the livestock sector work. Please assist me listening.
Member Northlight, what's your point of order?
My point of order is in relation to the 5 million. The 5 million appropriation the Prime Minister refers. According to the Minister, he says the 5 million went to hire cars, just to be on record. Thank you.
Prime Minister.
Madam Assistant Speaker, I don't intend to get into the debate on what was spent on that money, but I'm using a case in point when the assessment, the Treasury released no money to the sectors concerned. Speaking a debate with his colleague, member for Western Provincial Assembly, I can understand this. But money does go to sectors. The assessment of the national government doesn't give money to sectors. National government is running broke, is far from the truth. We give money according to what we collect. Budgets are forecasted. What we collect, to the best ability, we disburse. And all districts have received money, for instance, including the opposition. Never once has he uttered thankfulness to the money that this government has continued giving him. Never once. When it's time for budget, he never sits to support passing budget, but time to ask him, and they walk out of the budget.
Not fly. What's your point of order again?
Assistant Speaker, can you